knocking.
Nice.
You have stripper glitter.
Damn it! These aren't even the good kind.
No, bigger than that. You think that's gonna do anything?
Yeah, you put a wrench on it. Put your purse down, it'll work.
Real funny. Give me the bigger one.
And that's us taking our time. That's pretty good. I quit. I quit. Every time it's cool, dude. You're ready to get down and dirty with this thing. Look at all the crap in that one. All right, you ready? Oh, look at the front one with the main.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, hey guys, this might be the end of the 302. I don't know what you guys can and can't see, but that's not good. Ah, crap. Under load, this thing goes down to like 5 pounds. She is on her way out, bud. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Hopefully you guys can read those numbers, but 5th gear, single digits, 7 pounds on idle. Or 7 pounds at almost 2,000 RPM. 1,500 RPM, I get 7-8 pounds of oil. That's my oil pressure gauge on the bottom, if I didn't clarify that or you couldn't tell. That's really not good. Not good at all. So I'm gonna try to get home and I'll figure out what to do in the morning. So yeah, not good. Maybe 3rd gear? RPM, we get 18 pounds. And that's all she wrote. Come on, little guy, go home. You're taking care of me well this far. Let's keep going. Oh boy. There we go, 20 pounds. And on throttle down to 12. Oh, this sucks.
Alright guys, so we have our brand new drop, finally with a new design for the Foxbody. You guys have been asking for this. We have our brand new hoodies. You can see the back design for the Foxbody. Down in Coronado Beach, San Diego, California. Got that 90s Vice City vibe and a brand new decal. These things came out absolutely awesome. You can see that. We have these in hoodies as well as shirts. Jesus, okay, thank you. You can see we have our t-shirts as well. Same design, same look, awesome colors, really awesome. I love the way that these things came out. And yeah, so these things are live on the website right now. You go to 909speedcompany.com. You can see we have a big stock of them ready to go. There's a bunch of them behind the scenes. We're ready to ship out. So go down in the link in the description and support me in the builds because we have a long road ahead with this engine. Now let's get back into the video. So grab your decals and your stickers and get yourself some cool merch for your Foxbody. Foxbody 11. Let's go.
Oh, come on, little buddy. Oh my God. Oh, that's not good. Look at that oil pressure gauge. Come on, pull this damn hill, please. Dude, this thing's starting to knock, I can tell. 10 pounds, no. Dude, what the f? Oh my God, and this asshole. Damn Dodge guys, man. Get the hell out of my way. Oh, 8 pounds, we're not doing that, okay. Oh my God. So like it's good. No throttle, foot off throttle, clutch in, 12 pounds. Son of a bitch. And then a little bit of throttle, goes down to 7. Oh boy. So I wasn't planning on filming. You can see my face is still sunburned. I just got back with the crew cab. I just hopped in the Fox to go down to the shop to hang out. And this thing is not having it. So it's gonna stay in the shop. So I'm probably 10 minutes out. Hopefully I make it.
Oh, this is bad. You can hear it knocking.
Oh, that hurts. I can hear it knocking bad now. Come on, just make it to my shop. I don't want to tow it. Oh, there's hills, man. Just try to keep the revs down, I guess. Oh my goodness. Everything about this sucks.
There we go. Now we got some oil pressure. Try to go real slow, let that light turn green. I cannot sit and let this car idle or it'll go down to like 4 pounds. Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. Oh boy, come on. Let's cheat with the handbrake a little bit. Oh dude, this is terrible. And it's gonna start knocking again. Oh, yep, it's knocking. I can hear it. Oh, come on, I got like 3 more blocks. Let's go. Go, go, go. Get the hell out of my way, go. Alright, another red light. Are you kidding me? I'm just gonna shut it off. It's easier that way. Shut it off with the red lights. No sense in letting it run with no oil pressure, right? It's a hybrid. Hopefully it starts. I'm in the front row. That would suck if this thing didn't start. Oh, it's knocking so bad. Oh yeah, 5 pounds now. Even better. Let's go. Oh my god, and there's a bus.
Is it knocking?
Yeah, it's knocking. Oh yeah, it's knocking. I guess you could shut it off. I'm not an expert, but that's not good. Damn it. Damn it.
Well, there she goes.
Oh man. Well, at least I made it. Who would have thunk? It did an oil change and it didn't fix it. Darn it. Yeah.
It was progressively going down.
Yeah, but I was like, well, if I put a new filter and thicker oil, even though it was already thick oil, it would have been fine. But I was wrong. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's how oil works, but
I wish. It would have made things a lot cheaper, I'll tell you that much. Well, the verdict's in. Pretty sure I broke it. Nice. Let's see. Can't get away from it, but gosh man, the amount of I just don't want to do this is like through the roof right now, because it, other than it knocking, it runs and drives fantastic. I've put almost 30,000 miles on this car at this point. Over 10 of that have been with the F-Cam and all the other upgrades that I've done with it, and this thing drives perfectly. And I just really, I don't want to tear it apart. I just do not want to take another motor apart. If I want to keep this thing alive and I don't want to throw a rod through the side of it, I should definitely take the precautions now, pull it apart, and I'm pretty much positive that this thing wiped out a bearing or two. So yeah, inevitably it needs to come out and get repaired. Now hopefully, I have a couple different options on how I want to do this because I have no plans on making this sit as long as my truck has. My F100, we've been waiting for 8 weeks on custom CNC parts that are one-off to the truck's engine, so that's why that takes long. We're not doing any of that with this. This is something that I need to fix very, very quickly, and I want to make all the precautions and upgrades necessary to do so. So I have a couple different options, not sure which one I want to go with, but either way, this motor has to come out. We have to figure out what the hell I did to it. So let's get into it. All right, so I think one of the first things is that we're gonna start with drain the coolant, and I'm pretty sure, oh, let's see if it dumps everywhere. It's probably gonna dump, yeah. Oh, okay. So there's another issue. Obviously, this car has been running for a whopping 5 minutes. It got up to like 140 degrees. That should not have crankcase pressure like that. So I think it had a mildly blown head gasket to begin with, so that's another issue that we need to fix. Obviously, it should not be spraying out of the cap like that. That's a huge issue on its own, so that's just gonna add to the list of things that we need to look at. So I think I got it hot during the summer, and I think I barely popped the head gasket, and I've just been driving it the way it is. So that's something we definitely need to finish now. Already I dropped a good bottle amount on the floor, so I'm gonna dump the rest of this. So yeah.
Huh?
You got some stripper chunks in here.
No, I don't.
Yeah, look, it's right there. It's all like right there.
Yeah, I see it.
There.
That's bearing for sure, though.
Yeah. And it's all gritty. You run your finger through here.
Oh, do you get to see it? Oh, those are bubbles.
Oh no, look, I pulled more up.
Nice.
You have stripper glitter.
Damn it! These aren't even the good kind. Yeah, you can see the swirl. Just metal. Yeah, that's all bearing material. Son of a B word.
You did me good for at least 30,000 miles, and then however long the previous owner probably didn't beat you nearly as hard as I did.
We're time to put a small block Chevy in it.
All right, now we're gonna do radiator, intake, throttle body, front drive, belts, all that BS, hoses, AC stuff, battery, and everything else that makes this car work. Everything else is still good. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just need to document this moment because this is one of the few times that coolant's actually landing where it's supposed to. And you know why? It's because he did it, not me. If I touched it, it would have gone halfway across the shop.
Touching it.
Yep. See, but I would have gotten patient because that's just dribbling piss in the pan, and I would have been like, that's not fast enough. And then I would have threaded it like a millithread more, and then the plug would have flew out. And that's where it starts.
And then you undo the radiator hose with you under it and just cool it.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's definitely happened.
Away she goes.
Pull up. Good 900 times a day.
I'm no expert. Those aren't supposed to look like that. That's probably not supposed to look like that.
Give to me.
In case you're wondering, you need like a block of wood. You don't. You just use your old oil filter. It works as a great block of wood.
3H drive.
Yep.
This one?
No, bigger than that. You think that's gonna do anything?
Yeah, you put a wrench on it. Put your purse down, it'll work.
Real funny. Give me the bigger one. Yeah. I don't need your help. I'm a strong, independent woman. I regret my decision. Stop blowing your motors up, kids. They're not fun to pull apart. It's gonna be even harder to put back together.
Away she goes.
That's the way she goes. You ready to drop the old Chevy 350 in her?
Amen.
Cummins motor.
From the IDI in.
I think the lesson we learned here is when your motor reaches 4 PSI, you pull it out before you hurt it.
It's fine. It's not hurt. It just made a little noise. It's like, hey, I'm hurt.
And all the metal in the oil pan's just a meme.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's just a joke. It's like, haha,
We'll play a prank. Yeah, it's a prank. Prank's not over. You know, it's just a prank, bro.
You got it.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Josh for getting the other 3 bolts out because I suck. Well, actually, you technically got all 4 of them out because I suck. But there's a drive shaft.
Now, let's see if we get lucky. Someone lift it up out of the.
Craig. Craig.
Huh?
It's like, I'm in my emo phase. It's not a phase, it's just a transmission. It's a transition.
Pull it back a little bit. Literally 4 hours. And that's us taking our time. It's pretty good.
I quit. I quit.
Every time I quit, dude.
Literally every single time.
Here, have a rag and wipe your face.
Thanks.
I want to see what I look like in this thing. Let's see. Let's get the screen out. Oh boy. Oh, I got the whole side on my head, man. That's some good moisturizer, I guess.
Sounds like an after Chili's problem.
We're going to Chili's. I'll see you guys after the break. As you can see, I don't drop it on my foot. And I'm gonna separate it from the trans, get it up on a stand, and I just kind of want to see the clutch and everything. The clutch on this car slipped at one point. I made an adjustment that seemed to last. No clue how long. It's probably on its way out, so we're gonna change it anyways. But yeah, I'm just gonna start putting this thing on the stand. This is the darkest, like most covered in grease T5 that I've probably ever seen in my entire life. If I can get it out. Not only that, I managed to miss my drain plan by about 3 inches when I was pulling this thing out, and it was sitting at about like yay of an angle, and it dumped about 4.5 quarts of tranny fluid all over the ground, and it looked like I killed it. So yeah, that's awesome. And I realized about 3 hours ago I sold the tire that I was using to set this thing on, so that's even better. Also, I noticed this. It looks like somebody made a patch for this header at one point, which is kind of interesting. I've never seen that. That's probably part of the reason why my AC rubbed on it. Somebody made it bigger. That would have been nice to know.
Pushing my butt.
That's fine, just enough to where I can get it bell housing on. He's definitely pooping.
So you're getting Mountain Dew everywhere.
And?
Wow, Joe.
Dang it.
What's sitting in the car? My water's in there. I have $7,000 next time you sit in there. No, let him struggle. It's for the YouTube content.
Pull the motor forward. Pull, and I pull. Ready? Yeah, see, that's all I needed. Just needed a little Dunkin'.
Come here, little Duncan.
Welcome to the shit show. everybody.
this.
Hey, he actually used Loctite on these. He's actually smart.
He or you?
Whoever put this on.
You didn't put that on?
I didn't put any of this together. You think I would really have a mirror that looked like this?
Yes.
No.
Have you looked behind you?
You! Oh, it's got dowels. I was like, why is it stuck?
Yeah, never changed the clutch before.
No, I don't get this lucky. I usually have to use the bolts.
Max, don't even think about it.
At the ground?
No.
Okay, here's the good part though.
Wait, where's the zoom button? Which one of these zoomers? That's
What do you mean that's not bad? That's horrible.
Right, it'll go away.
That is horrible. It's shiny. Taste the rainbow. But it's not as good as I hoped, so I'd say we're about where I expected.
That's a nice thumbnail.
Nice.
I don't want to step on the freaking Kool-Aid. Not Kool-Aid.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
This actually still isn't as bad as my truck was, but I mean it was all of 5,000 RPM clutch dumps all the time, but this part of the motor I've never seen before, so. Oh, look at this oil leak. Oh, is it the rear intake that was pissing oil? Oh, look at this bolt that was perfect.
Why would your intake be pissing oil?
Look at the nut, that nut that was perfectly wedged right there.
Like,
And excuse me, Mr. BMW connoisseur, these Ford intake manifolds have oil underneath them.
that's a garbage ass.
On that one.
You should put your hair down the middle of your head. You'll see why later.
I hate you so much. I know exactly what you did. You pointed out my damn bald spot, you bastard. Brandon's already got a peek.
Brandon, sorry. Craig!
Oh, right on the starter. No, I was gonna reuse that. Damn it. It was coming down the China wall all the way up here. That was probably leaking. And then this rear main was leaking.
I got a solution for that. I want you to zoom in on it.
I'm ready.
It's real easy. It's about 9 o'clock.
Wait, can we take a moment to appreciate all these footprints?
No,
Okay,
can't because
fine.
I just cleaned it. Fixed. Look at it, he looks left and his eyes like goes backwards.
Mayball.
Back.
The cleaning, Craig 909.
Trying. It's never gonna end.
See kids, you can learn from the Craig 909. Not only does he have amazing hair, he's a good teacher. Oh, we need a slow-mo in here, Andrew.
We're ready to get down and dirty with this thing. Bell housing bolts. Alright, so we're gonna make this pretty simple. I'm just gonna pretty much, you guys have seen me tear a million of these damn things apart at this point, so this one's not really much different minus the intake. So I'm just gonna pull it all apart, do a quick time lapse getting it down, block, get the heads off, flip the heads over, see if we find anything interesting, flip the bottom end apart, and we gotta check the bottom end of this thing. So, get into it. Silicone in the front and the back.
That seems like more than front and back.
Yeah, and it's still leaked. Oh, I should have taken off before I took the intake off, damn it. Alright, that looks about... Ooh, that's a lot of copper. You were talking about copper? Well, there you go.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, you were buying it. I found it. I've never seen it in the intake like that.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at all of that.
You should
see it
take that and put it in your paint and spray it back on your car so it's like recycling.
Wow, that's
So you have like flake.
Look, it's all right here.
We struck gold!
It looks like gold.
Oh my gosh. Look at all of it right there. That's impressive.
That's $5. Mine.
Yeah, look at that.
Copper is
Hey,
expensive.
if you put all that together, you might make yourself a penny.
I might get lucky, yeah. Oh boy, that's exciting. Look at this awesome China wall work. And they went thin right here, which is why it leaked all the way down the back of my block. And then it's thin right there too. All right, well, let's keep going. Aha.
Oh my god, that looks like AutoZone. Why does that look like AutoZone?
Because they're probably 20 years old.
They didn't know how to use their 3-axis CNC machines
I got these rockers at a car show from a buddy of my uncle's for $5.
Is this one of those swap meet deals?
Kinda. It was a friend of a friend of a friend that just had them in his garage. He was like, "You want some rockers for $5?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do."
And you're like, yeah, I do.
Does your valve cover self-clearance itself?
On one of them, yeah.
That one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
Look at this.
Yeah, no, it did. Yeah, look.
The valve?
Yeah, look. See right there.
Oh, jeez.
That came out in the oil change. It's fine.
The first one?
So I gotta remember to put that rocker back there.
Wow.
How about you just clearance it a little more so it doesn't do that?
Probably a good idea.
Does this side do it too, I'm guessing?
Probably.
But it's aluminum, so it's soft. It's okay.
Exactly. And then when it goes to the bearings, it's fine.
Can you explain to me your oil pressure sensor relocation sticker outer tuber thing?
So you can actually get a wrench on it. That's gotta be a spun bearing.
Yeah, there it is. Very shiny, shiny.
Wow, this is a factory piston. No way. Ooh. See it moving?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure these rings are starting to go out. Look at all the crap in that one.
Oh, shoot.
That's a good one. So.
What about the other ones? The other one's good?
They're not terrible. So I thought these were a factory flat top, and they're not. So this thing actually probably made like 8.5 to 1.
Looks like there's some. Looks like there's something on the wall.
Yeah, there's a ridge right there for sure. Yeah, there's a good ridge there. No, there's a ridge.
I mean, it's pretty impressive how long it was running, even though, like, with all these issues it was having. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's a ridge. There's a light ridge there. Look, there's corrosion right here. It's like rust. This thing sat for a long time before I owned it.
How long?
It had to have sat for at least 2 to 3 years outside. Jeez. Like not running, because you can see right here. So this is literally rust from it sitting with water in the cylinder. That's what happened. So you can see on the bottom of this, there's a line. And then there's kind of like a hemispherical little bubble on top. And what that is when the piston was at that stroke position, water sat up and pooled up on the bottom. And that's what you're looking at right there on the bottom of that cylinder. So I don't really see it in any of the other cylinders. So probably happened is at one point, this car has been like treated it was like made really nice by one owner, and then someone had it and it just got, like it was left outside under a tree for years, because I found it's like, I filled a whole trash can full of nothing but leaves out of the cow. So I know it sat probably without a hood or the hood up, you know, under a tree. Water got in the intake, maybe in the valve covers, into the cylinder somehow. That's definitely from water getting in the cylinder. So this thing's definitely had a hard life, even before me, if you can believe that. But what's funny is that's a factory piston, because you can see the E7 part number right there. Because that's an E7 part number, this is probably a factory piston, which means it's a 0 bore. Which is interesting, because I thought this thing had been rebuilt once, but it doesn't really look like it has been. Or maybe if anything, they just threw rings at it and put it back together, which is all I was gonna do. But we'll see, that's interesting. I did not think it was gonna be like that, but nevertheless, all right, let's keep going.
All right, what's going on, Craig?
We're gonna flip this pan and figure out what I really did. I already know what I did, but I'm gonna just
solidify it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do it.
There's like nothing fun about taking an oil pan off of a motor that you just drove in 2 days ago. All right, you ready?
Yep, cranks yard sale, things fucking.
Oh, look at that! Oh, look at the front one.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
That's so bad.
There.
That's so bad. Oh, there's chunks in there. See the corner?
Yep.
Dude. I'm sorry, little guy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's some schmoo. Dude, all the way down into here. Mind you, I changed the oil and I drove it to home and back, so I probably drove it 60 miles. This is what 60-mile oil looks like.
It looks like a glitter bomb.
Dude, we're setting records out here.
Yeah,
if there's anyone that can wreck a small block Ford better than me, please let me know.
Yeah, comment down below.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna see which one of these didn't want to have a good time.
You have a motor.
Oh wait, how's her chain? Oh, it's got a double roller in it. Someone at least put that. Oh, I did that. I'm such an idiot. I put a cam in this thing. Somebody upgraded it. Yeah, it was me, big dumb idiot. Yeah, this oil pump is not anything special. This is a freaking Ford one. I don't think this motor's ever been rebuilt, because it's got a Ford pump in it. It's got all stock. What the hell? It has D1 rods in it. So that's a 71 day coated rod. So that's kind of weird. D1. Okay.
Were you told that this was rebuilt?
I thought it was, because you can see it has new freeze plugs.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I was like, somebody went through it at one point. And plus there's red RTV on this, so somebody's opened it. Someone may have just done the very simple bearing and rings, and that's it. So I think that's what it had at one point.
Okay.
But we're gonna pull this off and figure out what it did. The last one to get oiled is the back, so this one should be the worst. I almost just doinked you right there. All right, ready? Oh, the bearing's still there. It didn't come off with the main.
Oh. God damn.
Dang it!
That bitch shiny.
I just wanna point something out. Not only is it grooved, the crank's not bad actually, but my F100, every single bearing looked like this, and it made like 9 pounds at idle when I had the first motor in my truck. And it ran fine until I took it apart and found all this, so I'm sure every bearing's gonna look like this. As long as they're not spun, I'm okay, because I can polish the crank, put a better bearing in. But, check this out. I knew it. It's got a Ford bearing in it.
Wow.
Can you actually
bearing.
focus on that?
If it's focused, there it is.
It's got a forward bearing in it.
Very nice.
So this is a standard bearing, which would mean it's actually never been rebuilt. That doesn't make any sense to me. That means this thing has, if that's actually how that is, this would have 140 something thousand miles on it. No.
That's not impressive at all.
Whoa!
The Ford guy's 140.
Wait a minute. I think the car has 84,000 on it. I think. 88,000. I think it has 88,000, which would mean either my car has 188,000 miles on it, or it actually has only 88,000 miles.
Or it has 280,000.
That actually makes me really curious now, because it's got a standard bearing, it's never been bored, it's got a standard bore block.
Well, you gotta remember, it's a car from the 90s, not like...
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, does this thing actually have 80,000 original miles on it? I wonder. Huh. You never know. Well, let's pull a rod cap off now and see.
Some 80 grit will bust it out.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on, but I just want. Oh, I spun it, didn't I? Did I spin that, or is it just not? I think I spun that one. Oh, yep, it spun. It's just the suction. Oh, I can already see it. Okay, actually not bad. Okay, so that's not horrible. That one's probably got some grooves on it.
Yeah, it's got some really good grooves.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, I mean, it probably ate a bunch of its own metal, so that's fine.
Oh, wow.
See, that tells me it spun it, or it started to spin it, because you can see all the heat marks from it moving around. And then the fact that I set this in here and it just kind of like fits really loosely.
Dang, it's blowing up. Time for Texas Roadhouse.
All right, let's go get that.
Yeah, top of Texas Roadhouse.
I'm just checking because I'm really, yeah, 0. It's a perfect 4-inch bore still. Wow, I've never been that lucky in my life. Usually I pull them apart and they're like 60 over already. This thing's a tank, dude. Even if it only has 80,000 miles, it's a hard 80,000. All right, I'm gonna continue where I left off yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil pump out and the crank out of this thing. Just basically get it down to a bare block. I don't even know why I haven't taken the motor mounts off yet, stuff like that, and see if anything else surprises me on its way down. Hoping not, because if everything's just like this, all I have to do is just cut the crank, polish it, put it back together. So shouldn't be anything too crazy. All right, well that is less than ideal. It was going so well. I mean, in the terms that nothing was actually like damaged. It was just very wore out until we got to these front two mains. That's where it all went downhill. So starting on the back, which theoretically gets oiled last, I figured that was gonna be the worst bearing, so that's why I started there. It's not horrendous, it's definitely wore out. That one's wore out, that one's pretty wore out. That one actually still has a little bit of life left in it, but the sides are definitely wore out on the thrust bearing. And then right here, it gets pretty bad. So you can see, you might think, oh, it's just a regular worn out bearing, but when you look at the sides of it, you can see these sharp edges. These sharp edges are pretty much the bearing coming apart. And this is really bad on this front one. So you can see that right there. Yeah, that is less than ideal for sure. So that bearing is trashed. And the issue with that, normally you'd be like, oh, okay, big whoop, throw a bearing in it. It grooved the crud out of this crank. Look at the front of this crank. Absolutely destroyed the front of this crankshaft. Like to the point where I'm not using this crank. So you can see where it quite literally has a dip in the top of the crank now. And that was not there before. So you can see it kind of just goes back. Those are the rods in the main again. This one's not looking too hot. This one could probably be cut. And then these other ones can be cut just fine. There's nothing crazy spontaneous about these. Yeah, all of this stuff can be cut and fixed, but once I saw that front groove, that's pretty much junk at that point.
So 50-ounce cranks are really easy to come by, so we're not gonna have a problem with that. You can see pretty much every single rod bearing in here is junk, and they looked like they were wobbling around a little bit, and they were definitely on their way out. So a lot of these are pretty much just as bad. That's also less than ideal, but either way, for a stock 302 that has never been opened, if this thing has 88,000 miles or 188,000 miles, I'm pretty happy with that because I drove this car really, really hard. When I drove it, at least. I don't baby any of my cars. You obviously know that. And we are still waiting on parts for the F100's motor. We're waiting for pistons to show up. That's why we're doing this motor first, because we have everything. So this one we'll be able to knock out in a couple days and put it back together and back in the car. That is a whole nother custom CNC piston. Like that's a big project. This is something I can slap together really quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing loaded in my Crown Vic like ASAP and bring it down to the guys at JBA because they're doing me a massive favor and they're actually giving me a core crank, set of rods. I have a set of pistons up on my office that I should be able to pull down from this truck and actually get this thing fixed. The other issue with this thing is I wanted to keep it at a standard bore, but I'm sure you guys can see the shadow in the cylinder and you can see that ridge at the top of the cylinder. Oh, you cannot miss that. See if I can get a drier cylinder. There you go. Oh, you can see it right there. There it is. See it all the way across the top of the cylinder. Yeah, you can definitely see the ridge now at the top of the cylinder. So that ring that goes all the way around the top of the cylinder is where the piston ring would sit at TDC. And that is 100% a reason it started to burn oil, as well as the intake PCV, which was a big reason that this car burned oil. That's a bigger reason because that one actually is the motor wearing out. So this thing needs to be bored. That's the other issue, is because I was originally just going to leave the factory, you know, flat top or whatever this piston is, but I can't do that anymore. The piston tolerance is going to be wrong. It's going to piston slap. It's going to burn oil, and that's just not going to work. So you can definitely see the ring in this cylinder pretty bad. So we will need to bore this 30 over, and luckily I do have a set of 30 over pistons from this. So I didn't want to build this thing, but it looks like it will be getting a pop-up piston because that's the only piston I have is like a 3cc dome. But it worked really well in this thing, so I guess I'll be using it. But yeah, I gotta go, so I'm gonna get this stuff loaded up and get down to JBA. So that is the status update on the Foxbody. We're gonna get this thing thrown together ASAP. I hope you guys wanted to enjoy today's video. I hope you guys learned a little bit. I'm gonna get this thing in the next video. We'll see this thing go back together. So it's gonna come together really, really quick. So hopefully you guys, so don't worry, we're not gonna have this thing down like the F100 forever and ever. Both of these are gonna be coming together very, very soon. So this one will be back together in the next video. So hope you guys did go and enjoy it. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Let me do a thing down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next engine building video with the Foxbody's engine, because it's gonna come together real quick. See you guys. So go down in the link in the description and support me in the builds because we have a long road ahead with this engine. Now let's get back into the video. So grab your decals and your stickers and get yourself some cool merch for your Foxbody. Foxbody 11. Let's go.